the GDPR covers all processing of personal data, and it seeks to be protective and is an inhibitor in lots of sectors. It actually gives people much greater control over the uses of their data. It's not necessarily seen as being such an inhibiting force in the context of the use of data for scientific research. Therefore, in that context, I think it can be seen as much more of an enabler. So throughout the regulation, we see that there are exemptions from the provisions when data is being processed for scientific research purposes. The data doesn't, the regulation doesn't apply to anonymous information. Now, that in and of itself is a very complex phenomenon, and in the UK, the Information Commissioner's Office provides a code of practice on anonymisation, and it's quite a lengthy document. They're currently rewriting that to reflect the principles in the General Data Protection Regulation. So, but if you can fully anonymise information, then it falls outside of the General Data Protection Regulation. So this usually means where data is properly aggregated and published in an aggregated form. It does apply to pseudonymised data, which would be seen as being identifiable under the General Data Protection Regulation. This is quite an Anglo-centric slide, but our supervisory authority is the Information Commissioner's Office, and this slide is drawn directly from their website. This is really an issue of legal compliance, and I don't really want this talk to be too much about legal compliance. But nevertheless, this is the 12 steps that our supervisory authority is recommending that institutions take now to make sure that the organisation is ready for the implementation of the GDPR on the 25th of May. And then other supervisory authorities in other member states will probably have something similar, but this can be accessed directly on the Information Commissioner's Office website.